Let's talk cucumbers. Hi garden friend! Today I thought we would talk about cucumbers and cucumber-like substances that I grow in my garden. Welcome to Finding Joy in the Garden. This year I am growing a few varieties because last year was supposed to be the year of cucumbers and I failed miserably. So this year I'm trying to grow many cucumber plants so that I can get at least some kind of harvest. Let's start off today with this here. This is the Persian baby cucumber and I have been harvesting off this for at least a month. It is starting to die back a little bit. It has some disease, but it is still producing cucumbers like this one right here. Now with cucumbers, you do have different varieties. This one, I believe, is a parthenocarpic variety and it has just female flowers and it doesn't need to be pollinated to produce cucumbers. So this is the way a female cucumber flower would look. You would actually see what looks like a cucumber right there and then the flower here. Now a regular cucumber will need to be pollinated to start producing cucumbers, but you can see here this is a female looking flower, as is that, and over there I don't see any male flowers, which means this might be a gynoecious. I think it's called gynoecious. Gynoecious variety as well, which only produces female flowers. There are some that are parthenocarpic but also make male flowers. I don't see any male flowers on this variety here. Now let me see if I can show you the disease pattern. I'm gonna go to my okra patch right there and you can see that leaf in there. You see that leaf back there? And it has some yellowing on it. But like I said, I'm still getting fruit on it, so I'm gonna leave it here. I do intend to succession sow, so I will plant some more seeds. I should have done that already. Plant some more seeds so I can replace this when it dies back. Now if I swing over this way, I have another plant here, and let me see if I remember who this is. This one is another Persian baby cucumber plant, and I have been cutting the leaves off as the plant grows up, and that's what you see strewn about all there. These are leaves that came from the cucumber plants, the diseased leaves, or the leaves that are just blocking the way. I have just thrown in the pathway. I'll clean that up later, maybe. And on this side here, I have the Bait Alpha cucumber. This one is out of Baker Creek, and this one has done really well as well. It does have male flowers, this one, so let me show you what a male flower looks like. So the male flower, as you can see here, does not have that little fruit structure at the bottom. It's just a flower there, and then the female flowers are the ones that get pollinated and then turn into fruit, like this one over here. So off of these two plants I've gotten probably about 20 cucumbers, which is more than I had all of last year, so I am not complaining. Now through here, this is my tomato tunnel. I have my large tomatoes here, and I planted this here, which is not a cucumber, but it's eaten as one. I'll show you in a minute, but this is the baby I want to show you. Look at this big old mama jama. This here is the Suyolong Cucumber plant, and this is my first year growing it, and it's beautiful. It's glorious. It makes these really large leaves. The leaves are big compared to the other ones, and it was the last one to pick up any disease, so it does have some spotting on the leaves now. But let me see one that's in the sun so you can see it there. But it was the last one to pick up any disease. The flowers are beautiful. It does have male flowers and female flowers, so let me see if I can find a female flower. Of course not at this very second. Okay, here it is. That's a female flower. It looks like a baby cucumber, and then it has the little flower tip at the end, and then eventually they grow into this monstrosity, this long cucumber. That's the Suyolong Cucumber. It does have little spines, you can see that, but they're not really very prickly. You can just wipe them off if you want to, and it's very productive. I have, I think, 2 plants here. Yes, I planted 2 plants here, and this trellis has been overcome by them. It was the first thing in my garden this year to get to the top of the trellis. Last year I had a huge squash plant there, and it was the first one to climb all the way to the top, but this year the Suyolong Cucumber wins the race. So even if it wasn't edible, it is beautiful, and I would most certainly plant it again. Look at that. Right now I count 4 cucumbers that need to be taken off this trellis. You see that big one? Oh, 5. Look at that one over there. My goodness, they're hiding so well in there, but it's so pretty and it fills out that trellis really nicely. I'm waiting for the tomatoes to climb up, but while we wait, the cucumber is doing her job. Here's the seed pack, the Suyolong Cucumber from Baker Creek. Grow this, people, grow it. You will not regret growing this. And no, I did not just grow one Suyolong cucumber plant. I grew another one right here, and this one absolutely needs to leave. Look at this. So this is what you do not want to do. This cucumber is ripening, and we don't want that because it signals to the plant that it's done its reproductive duty and it can go ahead and die, and we do not wish for it to die. So I'm going to pick this off so that it can continue to make me cucumbers. It's sitting right here by the Tithonia. Isn't that pretty? I have it string trellised with a string here to the rest of this trellis here, and I expect it to climb up the string trellis and make me more cucumbers. Now, so, like I said, I'm really trying this year to grow cucumbers, or something that could be like a cucumber. So that plant over there is also over here and over here. Stay with me. And over here and over here. Look at it climbing this trellis. Just look at her reaching for the skies. And this is the Armenian cucumber, or the yard-long cucumber, which is indeed not a cucumber at all. It's a melon, and you can see how the leaves are a bit different from the cucumber leaves. Let me walk you over here. I believe this is a Persian baby cucumber, and you can see how the leaves look. And that's, we're going to compare that with these leaves here. These are melon leaves, but they are beautiful. Unfortunately, this one here, as wild and crazy as it is, I've only seen female flowers here. So I'm hoping she's just getting established and she's going to do me well. Last year I had only one plant and I got 2 cucumbers off of it, and that was it, and that made me sad. So that's why I spread it out. Hopefully I'll get more than that. Over here I need to come trellis this one, but you can see it's just sprawling everywhere. It makes branches like crazy, and I really need to think of a different structure to trellis it, but it's beautiful. It still looks healthy. Last year it got disease and died like crazy, but I will show you on this plant here, this one trellised up here, I do have a fruit growing. So on this stem here I had one baby male flower. Ugh, look at my nemesis. Look at these things. These are leaf-footed bugs, and I have 3 right here. I've got to get rid of them. I'm going to pause you for a second because I'm going to get my soapy water contraption. I have a cup right here, not too far, and it looks nasty because it has some dead bugs in it, some squash bugs and leaf-footed bugs, and I'm going to try to get some of these into this cup. So you hold on for a second. I only got 1, but 1 is better than 0. Moving on. So back to my plant. I have 1 male flower here. Sorry, 1 female flower here. See how it has that? Looks like a little cucumber. And then multiple male flowers just everywhere. But this is the first one that I saw. And look at her. This is the prettiest fake cucumber I ever did see. And if you're interested in learning about the Armenian cucumber, I will link a video in the description box so you can learn about it. But this is really pretty, and this is my attempt to grow some kind of cucumber or cucumber-like product in my garden this year. Leave me a comment, let me know what cucumbers you are growing in your garden, because as you can see, I just want to grow all the cucumbers. Thank you. Now this plant here was born out of desperation because last year I had the cucumber beetle and the cucumber worm come through and decimate my cucumber crops. So I am trying to grow this one here. This here is the Cucamelon. Here are the seeds from M.I. Gardner, Mexican sour gherkin or Cucamelon. And it makes this tiny little fruit that tastes like cucumbers. I did see one little female flower. Let me see if I can find it. Of course you're hiding now. I have a camera. Can I show my friends? No? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's really small and I hope you guys can see it, but there it is. There it is. The tiniest little Cucamelon flower. That's the female flower. I haven't seen any other flowers, so I don't know if it has male and female flowers. If you know, please leave a comment to help the rest of us. But I think that this is gonna go crazy here. I just stuck it in here, but I should have found a better place for it. It is sitting here by my Snow White Agumphina plants. Isn't that pretty? Let me show you. All right, so it's gonna climb up these strings. See, this one is almost halfway up onto this trellis here. But from the research I got, it's not as affected by the cucumber worms or the cucumber beetles, so we shall see how this goes. And the fruits are really small. I hear they're good pickled, and I won't mind just sitting out here and eating them. I just want to have something that tastes like a cucumber in my garden. So if you've ever grown cucamelon, please leave your experience in the comment section. Help us all out. If you would like to learn about this fruit here, which is not at all a cucumber, but it is a melon called the bitter melon, and it is a superfood, click on this video. Or if you would like to learn about the cucumber pest that destroyed my garden last year, click on this video. Like the video if you liked the video. And until next time, may you always find joy in your garden and your life. Bye, garden friend.